At Randolph Eastern, we do Leader in Me and teach the 7 habits. This month, we're focusing on habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind means to think about the end result of what you are trying to accomplish. An example of beginning with the end in mind is reading a recipe book before cooking. If you have a big test, studying the night before would be a way to practice habit 2. Planning ahead before choosing to make a choice is beginning with the end in mind. If you are going on a trip, looking at a map before you leave would be an example of beginning with the end in mind. One way to use habit 2 is to practice your skills that you might need to put to use on a later date.
All right, we're talking about beginning with the end in mind. And for me, that's about setting my goals and attaining those goals through smaller little goals along the way. Where do I want to be? Where do I want to end up? How do I get there? What's the path that I take to get there? It's not about the end, it's about the journey. And so that's what that means to me.
The night before each day of the week, I get me and my girls' lunches ready.
So when I start doing a project or I start working on anything, I have a vision in my head of what I kind of want it to look like when it's done. So you got to think about long term, like where do you see yourself? Okay, so for instance, I'm getting ready to retire here in about 4 or 5 years, and I had to begin with the end in mind. And thanks to some people that were knowledgeable, they helped me begin with the end in mind to make sure I was where I needed to be when I wanted to retire.